everybody, welcome to the Gamecast podcast, where today we'll be talking about video games that we enjoy, that we've played before. We're going to be reviewing some trailers, and just stuff like that. My name is Kian Howard, and I've been playing video games for most of my life. My favorite video games, probably Terraria, Minecraft, and Hollowknight. And yeah, that's pretty much about it. I have my friend Solar here with me.
Hi.
So why don't you introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Zelda. I'm 16. I like game design. It's like my little thing. My favorite video game is probably Minecraft.
Cool. Okay, let's get straight into the first video game that we have on our list. So first on our list we have Minecraft. I think Minecraft is overall a good game.
Pretty good.
It's like the most popular game. I think it's like was for a while. I'm not sure if it still is now,
Like,
but
yeah, I think
the
it
most
is.
selling game.
217 million sales.
Yeah.
Across all versions. I think it is the most popular.
Yeah, I think it has 4 games: Minecraft Story Mode, Minecraft Legends, original Minecraft.
Yeah. Would you count Bedrock as a different one?
No.
And I guess Education.
And then the Dungeons.
Oh, you're right.
Everyone forgets about Dungeons.
Everyone forgets about Dungeons.
It's good game. I haven't played it myself,
It's
but
a good game, but it's disappointing that Mojang feels like they couldn't make a game non-Minecraft. Because despite being called Minecraft Dungeons, there's no mining and there's no crafting.
yeah,
Which is really disappointing.
Like, I think the only good thing about it's not Minecraft. It's nothing like Minecraft.
Nothing
It's just
like
like
Minecraft.
the only thing that's similar to Minecraft is like the look of it, I guess.
Yeah,
some of the art style.
and some of the enemies as well, like based off of the stuff. It's just like I love getting to see the updates from Minecraft. It's like so.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people do because like most people play Minecraft for years and years and years. It's so personal when Minecraft adds something like new to the game and it comes out really well. Yeah. And I would love to see Mojang do more than just Minecraft. That's like if they wanted to expand, I would be fine with that. Yeah. It's disappointing when they hold themselves back because they'd rather make 20 million initial sales than 2 million initial sales, but have like a truly unique game. It's kind of disappointing to see.
Yeah.
But it's a fun game.
It's a fun game. I think that it they have a lot of potential that they could do for like other games. It's like they're very rich, they can afford to make other games, but I feel like they kind of pressured into making games like Minecraft. I feel like if other people, if they did try and make another game that isn't Minecraft, people are going to judge that. They're going to be like, well, this isn't Minecraft.
That's true. It would not.
It wouldn't.
Well.
Yeah, it
so
wouldn't.
Minecraft doesn't have like the best community.
Yeah.
It's not. It's friendly, but they're not very friendly to the developers. That's why the update got split in 2, and this update is like smaller in scope and things like that. Yeah. Which is a little sad to see, but I understand why they did it. It's just disappointing. Yeah. Because I know that we could have got like a really expansive, like a beautiful game out of it if they hadn't have put that limit on themselves. Yeah.
What else have I written down here? I think. Oh yeah, the Minecraft, the age-old argument for Minecraft is like Minecraft v Java versus Bedrock. I don't know if most of you know, there is 2 versions of the main version of Minecraft. You have Minecraft Java, which is exclusively for computer users. It runs on a different coding language. You can do a lot more things in it. You can use like mods for free. You can get free skins, like texture packs, or whatever. It's also better for just like general usability. But then you got Bedrock, which is, on the other hand, it's good because it's better for cross-platform. So if you want to play with someone on mobile and you're playing on an Xbox, or if you want to play someone on PlayStation, you have an Xbox, then you can do that. It's a lot better for like playing with friends, I guess.
Because especially in Java, most people don't know what a server is. No one, you have to pay for that and stuff like that. No one knows how to do that. In Bedrock, you just open a world to like online, and then anyone can join from like any platform, which is kind of ridiculous. It's weird that Java isn't like that, and it stayed old, and you have to have a server. I think that's kind of like outdated. Yeah. But Java does have the advantage that it's written in Java, so there's so many mods for it, and it's like more open than Bedrock. can mod Bedrock, but there's not as many modding capabilities. It's really limited as to what you can do.
Also, like, most people don't play Bedrock on a computer. They play it on like an Xbox or so.
Yeah, that's true.
And you can't. I don't know personally because I haven't tried it, but I think it's quite hard to mod an Xbox or like get mods on an Xbox.
You can mod computer and you can mod mobile, but you can.
Yeah,
I think that's probably why they added the store.
Yeah.
There is like I think they're called like mine coins. It's just like a currency and you can spend money on it. And you can get like the plugins and you can get like download custom apps. I think that's kind of the remedy for not being able to mod an Xbox or a Switch and things like that.
I think that comes again into Minecraft being hungry for money. You have to pay. They definitely could have made like a lot of them.
Well, they don't make their own mods.
Like, that's what I'm saying.
They outsource it. So I think it's fair enough that it costs money.
Yeah, I think like.
I think it would have went down a lot better if it was a flat rate. If it was like £2 for this map rather than 350 mine coins. Because what does that mean?
Yeah, I think
that doesn't mean anything.
I think that similar issue happened with Fortnite. With like I think they had like a lawsuit or whatever where like because you have like the coins in game, it appeals a lot more to kids because they don't know that they're spending real money.
So a child $12 is $12, but 200 V-Bucks is who knows how much. It's V-Bucks.
This is the same issue for that.
Same kind of thing. But I think it's fine. I think the creator program is a good idea. There's a lot of talented people in the community, and from what I've heard, it's not as bad as other. Like, I don't know, something like Roblox, that's a really harsh development cycle. But for Minecraft, it's pretty easy to apply, and it's pretty easy to get your stuff published. You can get some, like, I don't think it's a lot of money, but you get some money of it, and I think that's pretty cool.
I think the next thing we have to talk about is review the Minecraft Legends trailer. And we can watch that and give our reactions after it. I think we are probably going to go over our time set for this, but this should be fine.
We'll be alright. Is it the one that you have? Is it 2 minutes and 12 seconds?
It's the one that was 1 month ago, I think.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Official gameplay trailer.
Yeah. Okay. I'll say let's go. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. So if you guys don't know, this is the new game that Minecraft Mojang is releasing. I think I'm not quite sure exactly what game is going to be like styled about, but I guess we'll see from this.
I'm not really sure what the genre would specifically be called, but it's kind of like an open world beat 'em up. Think like Zelda. I think it's smaller in scope, but it's kind of like that open combat. And there's a story to it. That's at least what it looks like. I haven't seen too much about it.
Yeah.
Art style's kind of weird.
I don't like.
They use
cell shaded kind of.
So I know, very like flat. It's like that modern, like that kind of modern logo look.
Yeah.
They use this style for the trailers, and I think it goes down a lot better.
Yeah.
But for the entire game.
Yeah, maybe
weird.
Not. I think I like how they are straying away from Minecraft. I guess like it has Minecraft in the name, and it keeps to it, but it's like, again, completely different to Minecraft. Same thing with Minecraft Dungeons. But. Yeah, I think it looks pretty good.
Yeah, I think this is kind of what I wanted Dungeons to be personally. I think it's like, I'm looking at it and it's full of personality, and I'm like, I know in base Minecraft there's not 12 different types of piglins, but it's cool that there is in this game. Like, I think the Minecraft lore is very like open, but nothing's really direct, if that makes sense. They don't tell you about anything, but you can piece some things together. And I don't know, it looks interesting. I don't know if I'll probably play it just to get a good view of it. I don't know if I would. It's not really my kind of game personally. Yeah. But I'd pick it up. I'd probably play it.
Okay. Okay. So moving on to our next topic here, we have the Mario franchise. Again, obviously one of the biggest franchises in the world. I think I have here. How many games did they put? Find it out
here. Like 19
mainline. 19 mainline. I think it's like over 200.
So many spin-offs.
Yeah. So like over 200 main Mario games. Yeah. I think very top tier game. You can't go wrong with playing Mario. I mean, similar name.
I think the spin-offs get a little gray area, but the mainline games, you can tell there's a lot of love poured into like every single one, apart from the 4 new ones, and even then that's its own thing. But like all of the old ones, there's a reason to play it because they all play so different and they look so different. It's like, it's kind of crazy how like that old of a game still holds up and stands the test of time.
Yeah. Right. Okay. I think in the background here we have a footage of Mario Odyssey. It's the latest release for the Mario games. just for you guys to watch in the game. This is just a playthrough that I found off YouTube. But speaking of Mario Odyssey, I have personally played through Mario Odyssey recently. I've honestly top tier game. One of my favorite Mario games out there. Yeah. Very good game.
There was like I think it was the first game I got on my Switch, and I 100%ed that entire game in like a month.
Yeah.
Like I sat down and I played like the whole thing in a month, and I beat it all, which is like a tall task. It's like a lot. I think when we were trying to find the video, a 100% walkthrough was like 24 hours straight video. Of them getting every single moon. But that game's so much fun.
It's such a good game. It's very good at just sitting down and like chilling and playing.
Yeah.
I think someone said in chat here, what's your favorite Mario game of all time? Mine is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah, it's very good. Mario Kart games are good.
For some reason, the Mario Kart 8 soundtrack is so good. There's no reason, like the Mario Kart soundtracks, they're like, oh, they're kind of catchy, but this one's got like that big band style, which they started doing a lot of since 3D World, which I think was 2013 or 14. And I love Nintendo's like their big band orchestra and very brass heavy like songs. They're so good. The soundtrack is incredible. And that game looks really good too. Like Mario Kart it doesn't need to look that good. Like it could look way worse than that and it would still be like a really popular game, but it looks incredible. There's like the new DLC that's coming out. And that is a downgrade in graphics. It's very like simplistic and it's disappointing. But the base 48 tracks in that game is impressive. It's really good.
You have been playing through the Mario.
Oh yeah.
Mario Kart.
They made I can't remember. I think it's wave 3. Because they're releasing 8 tracks at a time. In 5 different sections, and they've released wave 3 yesterday. I left my Switch at my partner's house. So I couldn't play it, which is really sad. I tried to hold myself back from looking at it, but I've played wave 1 and wave 2, and I mean Mario Kart's fun. You could kind of make any track in Mario Kart, and it would probably still be somewhat fun. But it's kind of disappointing to see the graphical downgrade. Like in like old tracks, it would use like a proper grass texture. And this one, to represent grass, they just use like a flat green and some like 3D models of spikes of grass, which is disappointing because the base game looks so like actually stunning. Like it, in my opinion, is the best looking game on the Switch. It's insane, and it's disappointing that the DLC didn't quite get that same love. But I think it's still. It's fine. The track courses, the track design, is really good. The music is still top notch, but just a little disappointing that the graphics aren't quite what they should be.
I think Raphael here says that Super Mario Maker is great. I think I used to love that game. It was so fun, especially like playing through like other people's levels that they've made, or like the 100 level challenge. That was so fun.
It was disappointing when the second one came out.
It was just a copy of the first one, wasn't it?
Yeah, they added some things. They had like slopes. That was pretty big. And they were like, oh, we promise we'll add more updates later. But I think they added 2 like content updates total. And they kind of killed support for the game, which was disappointing because there's a lot, like a Mario creator. People make ROM hacks of Mario anyway. Having like an in-house one on the Switch, it's really easy to pick up. That is like a genius idea. And I think the first one did pretty well. And the second one, it did not do as great. But I think it's just because they didn't put enough resources into the thing. If they had given it more game mode art styles, more items to play around with, a couple more like online features, it would have gone a long way. But I think they didn't put a lot of money into it, and then it didn't do as great, so they didn't want to put more money into updates, which Nintendo does that a lot with a lot of their franchises. But it's like even then, like looking past that, at its core, like the Mario Maker franchise is really fun.
They definitely could have done a lot better with it, like adding like more things to it.
For a sequel, it's disappointing. But still, just like as a game,
it's really good. My personal favorite game, coming back to the question from earlier, is the Super Mario Wii. It's a classic. Most of us, being from this generation, have grew up on this game. It's like the game from our childhoods. I love the game.
I think it's like the 3rd best-selling game on the console. Beat by like Mario Kart Wii and I think like Wii Sports Resort. So it's like it did really well. It was. I have my problems with it because that was like. It's okay because New Super Mario on the DS came out a couple years ago, and that was crazy because that was the first Mario game that we had in over 15 years, I think it was. The last one was Mario Land 2 in 1992.
Yeah.
So that's like, this is a long time to not release a 2D Mario. That's like the system seller.
Yeah.
And so it coming back was good. When you compare DS to its predecessor, that's a huge jump. When you compare Wii to its predecessor, which is DS, they look kind of similar. The world themes are reused. It's still Mario. You can't go wrong with Mario. All four of those, like the new brands,
it's all the same.
They're not like they're
not the
similar.
same, but
not
like
same, but I know
same formula.
They're all very fun, but it would be nice if we could see more. Of Nintendo, because we know they're capable of doing that. But it's just a shame that like the company's changed so much. The company that sold us Mario Wii is not the same company that sold us like Mario Land 2 on the Game Boy. It's disappointing. But the Wii one is good. It added multiplayer, which is kind of surprising that it wasn't ever on a thing before. Really? But level multiplayer is good.
That was probably like one of my favorite parts. I know me, you, and a few of our other friends had played through it. It's like very fun. Everybody has the memories of like killing each other, throwing each other into like Someone in chat here has said the Super Mario 3D World was really good, and I have to oppose that. I think personally, I don't like the 3D games. I much prefer the 2D.
Yeah, it's a weird bridge. When it came out, a lot of people were calling it like 2.5D because you think like 3D Mario game, you think like Galaxy, Odyssey, where it's very open-ended. There's a lot of movement, but in 3D World, even just inherently, you can only move in 8 directions as compared to Mario Odyssey's like 300. I don't think it's 360, but it's like 32. You
can like look around.
And all that. You can't really change the camera angle in 3D World. You really move in 8 directions, and the level design is very linear. It feels like if you took a 2D Mario game and you put it in 3D. That's exactly what it feels like, which is a weird niche, and I know a lot of people didn't like it, but I think it's really, I think it's like it's a good like niche of a Mario game to have. It's a shame that it came out on the Wii U, which didn't have its own 3D Mario, because I think on something like the Switch, it's got New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, which is the 2D game, and then if you play the 2D games, you go, I want to get into the 3D one. So if you play 3D World, you get used to the 3D controls, and then you can move on to Mario Odyssey, which I think that's kind of what it should be. It should be that kind of like gateway bridge. But even outside of it being that sort of gateway from 2D to 3D, it's still really fun. That game
it still is a good game, but personally, not my favorite.
That's fair enough. It's kind of forgettable. But my favorite feature, which never came back, was like the point system in Mario games that's like gone dormant forever, getting 100 points with or whatever. They never really used that for anything. It was just a holdover from the arcades. And then in that game, if you finish a level with the most points, you get a crown, which you could like lose on death, and then other people pick it up. And it adds nothing to the game. But it just adds to like the multiplayer chaoticness. It's so much fun. But that game's good.
Someone else in chat here, I have to agree with Ben Marshall about Super Mario 64. You can't beat it. I think it's the classic.
Stands the test of time. Like, which Nintendo's really good at that. A lot of like old games, I can't even think of any off the top of my head, but a lot, even like something like Mario Kart 64, you can kind of tell that some of the mechanics weren't really refined, and it looks, it's okay. It looks good for the time, but like Mario 64 looks incredible, feels incredible to play. It's iconic,
I think the speedrunning for this game, I know you love speedrunning. I personally don't know.
It's the most speedrun game of the time.
Lord here in chat says Super Mario Sunshine. I personally haven't seen a lot about that, but I know it's similar to Galaxy.
I'd say it's more similar to Galaxy than 64. It's like the second, like if like Mario 64 and then Mario Galaxy. Sunshine's like in the middle, is the GameCube. So I think it was fun. The gimmick is that you have like a water powered jetpack, and you can use that to like. You can hover and you can run faster and you use it to kill enemies and things like that. I think that was pretty fun. It wasn't my favorite mechanic necessarily. I think it's probably the worst out of the Galaxy like spin and Odyssey's cap. But it was really fun. 100%ing that game is really annoying though, because there's
I wouldn't know.
I don't think I ever finished it. But you have to collect like 100 blue coins throughout the whole game. But they can be in any level, and there's no hint to them. You have to walk around every level, and then you'll just get frustrated because it was like you have to ground pound in the corner of this room, which is annoying. But my favorite thing about that game was probably the hub world. You navigate around like this big town. There were all these pipes, but like when you went to levels, you could see other levels off in the distance.
That's cool.
And that's where they actually were like on the map, which I think is really cool. I love that.
That's really cool. Moving on to, we finished with our topic here for Mario. Moving on to our next big Nintendo series, Zelda. I personally myself, I haven't played many Zelda games. I've only ever played Breath of the Wild. However, that game I absolutely loved. I got the DLCs for it. I think it's a very good game for like the Nintendo Switch. I think it's like one of the best looking games, like at least for when it first got released.
Especially because it's a Wii U game as well. A lot of people don't know that, but it was like a Wii U game.
To be fair, I have completely forgot about that.
It released, I think, on the Wii U in like 2016, and the Switch came out in 2017.
Yeah.
So they ported it over, and it was a release title. But for a game on the Wii U, it looks incredible. The fact that they got that running on like a Wii U, it's kind of impressive.
Yeah. I think it's top tier game. I think it's quite a long game. I know me and you have had discussions about this before, and I think that a lot of OG Zelda fans who's a fan of like the original series don't like this game as much because it strays too far away from how
it being
Zelda games
open
are.
world. The only other one that's really comparable to it is Wind Waker, which is my personal favorite Zelda game. But even then, Wind Waker's not too open. It's kind of open world, but it's like you can travel to places. But once you're in a place, it's quite jam packed. There's a lot to do. I hope that they don't do too many Breath of the Wilds, because I know the sequel is coming out.
We'll be getting on that in a second.
Yeah, I think the formula of a Breath of the Wild is cool, but I hope it doesn't replace the Zelda series, because games like Skyward Sword and Wind Waker and stuff like that, they're all, I think they're like really good. They're never like the system's best sellers. I don't think they're pretty good. They're not like breathtaking or anything. They're not like the next 3D Mario. But they're really fun.
Yeah, I think the Zelda, at least I think so. I'm not quite sure, but I think the Zelda franchise isn't as big as the Mario franchise.
Yeah, I think
like more people think of Nintendo for like Mario, you know, like he's the guy.
Yeah.
But rather than Zelda is still like quite a big thing.
It's a big thing. I just don't think it's very big to like the public. Like people who've never like played a video game, they don't really know what Zelda is or what Mario is. Yeah. But I don't know. I like Zelda.
Yeah. Okay. So coming back to the new Zelda game, we have the trailer here. That again, if you want to get up on your phone, that we can watch together. I think that I'm quite looking forward to this game. I liked, like I said, the original one. I liked Breath of the Wild. This is a direct sequel to this game. Talking a little bit about like context around this game. People are quite excited for this because people who like they've been teasing this for a while. It's been coming out for a while.
It was, I think it was like I think it was set to release in 2019. I think it was, and then they were a little delayed, and then COVID happened, and I think they took a lot of time during COVID to really like rework the project. I think they were disappointed with the scope. Yeah, if I remember that correctly. Is this trailer 2 minutes 19 seconds?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
For the people in chat saying get off the phone, we kind of need this because we don't have a we don't have a second screen.
Sorry, guys.
To watch the trailer on because obviously I have the screen in front of me and we don't have a screen for Solar here. So yeah, if you got it up.
Yeah.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, and go. I need to unmute this. So yeah, this is the direct sequel to Breath of the Wild, which was a vastly popular game. It carries with the same art style. I think it just looks good. I'm again really looking forward to this. I think that it's changing the map that it originally was on. It's different. I think it's similar.
The same engine, same art style, and I think the story continues over.
Yeah, the story. It's a sequel. In the first game, you play as Link, obviously. Trying to fight Ganon at the end. Same as like most games, I guess. Quite linear, I guess. Like you get stuff, kind of.
I think
it's open
like,
world.
Yeah, but you can kind of do anything in any order. You can beat Ganon at the beginning of the game if you want, which I think is really funny. I hope they keep that in this game.
Yeah. I think this game looks really good. Still watching it. Someone in chat here is Raphael saying that they don't like Zelda. I think I kind of agree with that. I think
I can understand.
I understand that it's not for everyone. I personally,
I just think this game is so different. I feel like if you played the old Zeldas, you didn't like them. That's fair enough. But this one is just like completely different. I feel like you'd have to. Yeah. If you've tried this one, you have to try the old ones, and if you've tried the older ones, you have to try this one because they're just so different. I feel like.
Yeah.
But my least favorite thing in sequels is when they reuse the same engine, which I think in like games like Mario Galaxy and Mario Galaxy 2 exist. But I think it makes sense because it's kind of just like it's quite linear. It's very like level based. And how Mario Galaxy 2 actually like came to being was they were gonna make DLC for the first game, and they had just had too many ideas. So they're like, let's make a second game because we still have so many ideas. And I think it works in very like platform and like linear game. But I think for open world games, I understand why they did it because obviously like this game took years to develop, and they don't want to spend another 5 years like recreating another engine and new art style and things like that. But I do wish that we could see more. I like seeing things from Nintendo. Nintendo's like a beautifully creative company, and I would have liked to see like a different art style for this game potentially. But I don't know. Breath of the Wild wasn't particularly my thing. I didn't particularly enjoy it much. I did finish it. And it was good. It just wasn't really for me. So I see why they use the same engine.
I think that after this game, I don't think that they will be releasing a third one like this. It's very unlikely, especially because a lot of people don't want to see
this game continue. Just came out.
It just came out.
This is, I think it's like the 6th year of console life, and I think 7 is about average. So 2024, 2025 maybe, they'll release a new console. And I have a feeling their team might be a little bit burnt out from making this game for 6 years straight. So I feel like we probably won't get like a Zelda release with the new console. But we might get like an older, like back to basics one. But I do hope they continue with the open world art style. It's obviously very successful for them, and a lot of people enjoy that direction. But
okay, I think that we've exhausted talking about Zelda here.
This will end up.
Going on to our next topic, a game that I personally, one of my favorite top tier games is Hollowknight. I think that this game was top tier again, like I've said. The art style for this game, amazing. If for context for you guys, this is a game made by Team Cherry, I think it is, and it's a Metroidvania, which is a similar game where you have to kind of explore the map, find different like items that you can go to unlock different parts of the map. It's got a lot of boss fights. It's a 2D game, but it's personally just one of my favorite games. The music
it's an indie game.
It's an indie game.
Bringing up, but like 3 people made that game.
It's ridiculous.
That game, like everything is. It's not like everything's hand drawn, I believe. That's insane. This game is huge in scope for a team of 3 people. And it came out incredible. And it's so fun. It's not my favorite kind of game because I had fun with the main game, but a lot of the post game is refighting bosses on harder difficulties and with limits to yourself, and to me that's just not particularly fun. I think like I understand the concept of like mastering bosses, but at a certain point when you have 1 health and you do 1 damage and it takes like an hour to beat a fight, that's not my idea of fun. I can't really sit through that.
I completely understand that. I think that the game, especially for like late in the game, it's very challenging. Like a lot of people don't like that, especially if you play like the first game, only just barely get through it, and then you got to do like things like 10 times harder than the original boss fights. It makes it like kind of want to quit the game because it's like I don't really like how games are like that. Personally, I haven't played through to completely 100%ing the game.
Especially because I don't think there's really any reward if you do it. I think it's just other than just like the completion of saying you've done it. I might be wrong on that because I've never done it, but I think that there's no incentive, and the game doesn't really like tell you there's going to be one. It's just kind of like an option.
I think it's to get the different endings. Like I guess just like to have that happiness of like you've done it, which a lot of people do like. Like don't get me wrong, but personally, I think I don't want that going through all the challenges when there's not that much to add to the game. It's just like the same thing really. I do like the little like secrets or like lore in the game because it's very a lore-filled game. But I think, I don't know. I just like the game. I like the art style. I like the music.
The soundtrack's so good.
Soundtrack, one of the best soundtracks in the game. Out of any game, I think. That's a big part of me for enjoying games. It's that kind of stuff.
Soundtrack is like a really fun game with a bad soundtrack. Really like kills the atmosphere. It doesn't. I don't feel like invested in the world. I'm just playing a video game. When I'm playing Hollow Knight, the gameplay is so smooth and the music it really complements it that it feels like I'm in the game.
I like how in the soundtrack they kind of like use like motifs and like different things to, so if you're in like fighting a boss which uses like an item which is a needle, which is and it uses like string stuff for attacks. It uses string instruments, which is I think really smart, and I really like the little details in this. But yeah, coming off from this, we have the sequel for this game. That it's very funny in this community, in the Hollowknight community. It's a big joke that this game isn't coming out because it's been in development for so long. I'm not sure how long, but like it's a very long time.
I can't remember when base Hollowknight came out, but when the first one came out, I think they basically immediately started development after that. So that must be at least 6 years or something. Yeah. It's
been a very long time. If you want to get up the thing on your phone again, sorry guys, we have to go on the phone again, but this is the only way that we can really get it up. But yeah, I see people in chat talking about wanting a Roblox segment. We will get to that. We will get to that. Don't worry.
Is this
in the future
2-minute 10 or 1-minute 20?
It's the Nintendo Switch one.
Sure.
Okay, gameplay. Okay, you ready? 3, 2, 1, go. So yeah, this is going to be again another direct sequel from this game. I'm not sure exactly how they're going to go about this because again, it's
I haven't actually seen this trailer yet.
Have you not?
No, I only watched the Xbox. I didn't realize they made a Switch one.
Yeah,
it's kind of crazy that like the first announcement for this game was just like 20 seconds of an Xbox live stream or wherever it came out.
Yeah. I think that I'm not sure how they're going to do this because again there is multiple endings in this game, so to make like a sequel to a game you kind of need to go for one definitive
one of the endings will be
like canon in the thing. I see someone here, Jake Sussex, says will this be on Switch too? Yes. This game, I think the last game was not cross-platform, but it was on all games. It's a single-player game.
I'm not sure. Was it on PlayStation?
It was. I can't remember it ever. I think it was. I think it was on PlayStation. It was on.
No, I just couldn't remember it. But I know it was on Xbox and Switch.
And PC. So it is on all consoles. Anything you can play, other than mobile, obviously. But there's very rarely many games that you can play on mobile. But yeah, I think this game looks really good. This has been, this game again. Like you said, was original. Like someone in chat says here, was supposed to be a DLC for the original game.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's really.
Did you
cool.
not know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, this game was originally supposed to be a DLC for the base Hollowknight game.
Oh, okay.
But to continue on, it got too big. They made it too big.
Yeah, they just had too many ideas.
They just had too many ideas, but it's good that that has happened because we get a whole new game out of it.
I would rather have put it in a new game where they could properly expect, because I'm looking at the trailer and this is insane. Clearly they had so many more ideas that they wanted to put in that DLC and they wanted to put in the base game. I'm glad that they, instead of just limiting their own scope and making it like a subpar DLC, that they put, it's like their second game and they're making a new one and they're realizing all their ideas. That's cool. I love when developers do that.
I think that I like how this Team Cherry isn't being rushed by this too long. I know a lot of other big companies, video game companies, feel like they feel pressured into releasing a game way too early, and that take what's that game, the Cyberpunk 2077. Like they felt they keep on delaying it, and then it came out and it was like, oh, this game isn't good. It got rushed and it's not good. So I feel like, it's good that they're taking their time with it. They understand what they're doing.
I think it also really helps that they haven't said a lot about it, if that makes sense. When games like Cyberpunk, they release a trailer 4 years before the game's even ready to come out. I don't think it was 4. I think it was 2 years, and then they delayed it by another 1. But when they do that, just so much is subject to change. When you just inherently with game development, when you're really showing someone something 2 years away from the finish date, it could change by so much. It did. That game was pretty different from the trailers. But at least with this one, we only saw its trailer, the Xbox One, a couple months ago, I think it was. And
it wasn't too long ago.
It was the Xbox One, and then the little footnote was that all the trailers shown in the Xbox would come out within a year. So they didn't even have to say anything, but we knew that from that trailer, this game's coming out within the next.
We know that they're still working on it. They haven't just given up with the project.
But it's good that they're not, because a lot of games do they'll do a TikTok account. Or they'll post a lot of advertising and things like that. And I think that really hurts because that's almost too much
yeah.
community interaction, especially for like a game that's like still in the process of being made.
Yeah.
You don't want to have your community pressure you into doing certain things or releasing it too early, because you need, like, especially for a game like this game is incredible and it needs the time for them to make it the way they want to make it.
Kind of builds up more hype, I guess.
Yeah.
I think like if some companies like they constantly upload about it, they constantly talk about it, add loads of trailers, and it kind of makes like disappointment, you know, rather than with having like
do you know that
nothing there,
like castle building terrain sculpting game on TikTok. That game's been in development for like 3 years, and I think just the hype's gone now. That game looks really cool, and I haven't thought about it in years, and I saw it again on my For You page a week ago or something. And I was like, oh, that's still not out yet. That's like disappointing. It does. I understand that developing games takes time, but when you are showing off your game actively, you shouldn't release a gameplay trailer or show really any gameplay at all until you're ready comfortable to release the game within the next 6 to 12 months. Otherwise, you lose a lot of hype. A lot of people are excited for this. They realize there's no release date. And they stop getting interested because they can't play it.
Okay. Again, I think we've exhausted this topic again. So going on to our second to final topic here, talking about games that we enjoyed as children. I think again, I don't know, I think we've talked about most games that we played as children. Personally, I played a lot of Minecraft, as we talked about in the beginning. Great game, as I played. Everyone has memories playing this game as a child. It's like building like dirt houses, you know, our first night in survival. I think, great game. Again, also Mario Wii. Again, I played that. Everyone played it. But another big game that we haven't talked about is Skylanders. I know not everybody played this game, but I personally love this game. Collecting all the minifigures for this game is great. It's so fun. I can't remember too much about the game anymore, really, because it's been such a long time.
It was level based. At least I think it was.
It was kind of level based. It was
kind of level based. And I mean, I'm not sure. I only played Giants and Swap Force. And I think the one that came after that was with like Superchargers. I got 10 minutes into it and I was like, this is not good. And I just put it down. I just was too old for it. I was excited for the games came out. I got it and I was like, this just isn't for me anymore.
I think
the Giants and Swap Force were really good.
I think I didn't lose that hype for it because I didn't have like a big console, because I know like the Xbox got released and everyone started playing like games on the Xbox. Like Xbox One at least anyway. And like doing stuff like that, rather than I didn't have an Xbox One until like way late in the game. So I was still playing these games when other people moved on to a different game. But I think I really liked it up until the racing game came out. I can't remember what that was called.
That was Superchargers.
Superchargers, I think that I really didn't like that game. I think it kind of ruined what Skylanders kind of stood for.
At least when it's with the Giants like gimmick of that game's gimmick is that there's like the bigger ones and they do more damage, or I can't really remember, but that's like, it's not intrusive on the gameplay. And Swap Force I think is one of like the best. I think it's like the best gimmick and probably like the best game in my personal opinion in the Skylanders series. And that one isn't too intrusive either. You can swap like the bottom and the top of some of the characters. You can create a new one. That's like, not only is that just a really cool idea, that's not too intrusive on the gameplay. But Superchargers, you would have to scan in vehicles. Some Skylanders would come with a vehicle. And there was
like a racing game, I think.
Kind of. It wasn't like a racing game, but half the levels at least were like racing based.
So, I didn't get that far into it. It was just like I played like a part of the racing game. I was like, I don't want to play a racing game. I want to play like Skylanders. It's nothing like Skylanders. But that's enough about me. Do you want to talk about like any games that you played as children, or have we gone over all that?
I don't know. I played Mario. We were talking about Mario, but that was a lot of I played a lot of Mario Galaxy and a lot of Mario Wii.
No, we came back to this a different time, but Rayman. You love this game.
I love Rayman. There's like a Rayman Origins. I think it's on a couple of things. I think it's on like the Xbox and the Wii. I played it on the Wii. That game is so good. The art style and the soundtrack and just like the movement as well is really good. And I was playing through it a couple weeks ago for the first time in a long time. And I was really shocked to find out that game only sold like 1.3 million copies or something.
Which is not a lot
especially for like Ubisoft. Like that's That's not a lot at all.
Yeah.
I think a lot of my because I also played when I was younger, like the Rabbids games, and I'm sure no one else played those.
No, I don't think many people played
I know that they're kind of like, I think kind of made a comeback like a couple years ago. Everyone's like, oh, remember this? This is so like nostalgic. I don't think anyone really played it. I played it. That was like my favorite game growing up. I don't think it was anyone else's.
Yeah.
But I have a lot of love for that era of like Ubisoft games because they just like the Rabbids and those Rayman games. It was so good. Like obviously you're a kid, you don't know why things are particularly good. Yeah. But now that I'm older, I can like go back and I can like really analyze like what makes these games good. Yeah. And they're so good. I would really recommend playing Rayman Origins and its sequel, Rayman Legends. They're incredible games. Incredible games.
I know what you play through, and I completely agree with what you're saying. Okay, going on to again another topic here. So what people who I did a little survey in my class for games that people want us to go through. We got Sims and Roblox. I think we'll talk about Roblox first because it's the most thing I can talk about the most. I think, again, one of those games that everybody has played at least once in their life. Yeah. It's a funny game. Yeah. It's quite seen as a very childish game.
Yeah, but very appealing to, I think, like, most of the player base is, like, younger children. You can just kind of tell when you open the website, like, the front page, like, icons of the game, you can kind of tell they're,
like, big, bright colors.
Big, bright colors. New update, you kind of tell it's pandering to kids. Yeah,
but coming back to like for our age, it can be very funny. So the people who do make games who are our age can like make it funny, can make it because anyone can make a game in Roblox, and if you put enough effort into it, or at least a little bit of effort, it could be really funny and fun to play with. Yeah, I think the game. At least now, it's only really fun to play with friends, or at least like when you're like on call with friends or like with friends, you know.
I don't know. There's quite a few like the two like I think like the most popular ones is Doors and this one that recently came out that's called Arcane Odyssey. I think it's called.
I haven't heard of this one.
It came out maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago. One of my friends was like following the game in its development, asked me to play it, and I think it's got its problems, but I think that I only think that because I didn't play Roblox when I was growing up, and I never got into Roblox at any stage in my life. I'm not really into it now particularly, but I play it like with my friends because it's free and there's multiplayer. Yeah, that's for a lot of people. It's like enough to enjoy a game.
It's also cross-platform on. I'm not sure. Is it? Yeah, it is on Xbox. It's and PlayStation and everything like that. So again, that's another appeal to it. It is like anyone can play it. This isn't in my script, but I see someone in the chat talking about Subnautica is fun. This is a game, I haven't talked about this, but this is one of my favorite games. I played through this like 2 months ago. Great storyline.
I've never played it.
You've never played it. But it's got great graphics, great storyline, and it's just like the looks of it. Yeah. It's just really fun to play through. It's like the game, I think Zelda, like you said, you can, if you really wanted to, you can go to the end of the game, but it's just going to be like really, really hard to do. I just think it's just a great game overall. I think they released the second one, Below Zero, which I haven't personally played through, but it's supposed to be very similar to the game. Really good. Okay, on our second game on my survey is Sims. I know you haven't played Sims as much, but I know your partner have, and I played Sims a little bit, and my partner has, so I think we can kind of talk about this. Yeah. I think that Sims, good game in concept. I think that
I think the concept of like a life sim where you can build all the houses and you can customize the character and you can make them do basically like whatever you want. I think that's like really good, and I think if any other company did that kind of content, I think like if Sims was a Nintendo thing or even just like a Microsoft thing, I think it would be so much better because EA are not a great company. Not only are they in a lot of controversies like how they treat their employees, but the fact that the game's free now actually.
The game's free, but
the DLCs are all £5 to £20 a piece.
Yeah, and I think all the DLCs added up together is like £1,000 or like £500.
Yeah,
something
it's like they do like a Steam thing. I think it's like permanent now. Yeah, and if you want to buy every single DLC with 30% off, it's like £700.
It's ridiculous. I think
I don't know why you would do that.
Yeah,
that's so much money. I get that kind of the point is like, oh, you cherry pick the things that you want. But you can only really do that when the base game itself is kind of fun. Yeah. I played The Sims, and I just thought it was like
boring.
Kind of underwhelming. It's like instead of you have a fun base game, and you're like, oh, I like werewolves. I'll put a werewolf in my game. Or like, oh, I need more pets. Even that one is not a good example. But like, if there's like this niche thing that's a DLC and you like, you put it in this already fun base game. But for a lot of The Sims, what it looks like, and from what I've heard, the base game is kind of underwhelming, and you need to buy 10 or 20 of like the essential DLCs to make it as fun as it probably should be. Which I think is just like a bad design philosophy. I think it's really interesting that they made the game free. I know like The Sims 5 is coming out, but that's not really a thing companies do. But I guess it makes sense when all the DLCs are so profitable. I think, to be honest, probably would make them like, I wouldn't make them more money, but I get it, because if it's free, then you buy it and then you realize it's kind of underwhelming and you buy more DLC. To kind of make up for that.
Makes sense, but it's just I
get it. I just thought it was a little bizarre that they would make it free. I'm not sure why. But
my favorite part of the game is like the world building, like making the Sims characters. I think that's the only real fun part for me, at least anyway. I don't like having to like actually play through the game. I think that actually playing the game is not fun. But like making, like designing characters, designing people, you know, I can't think of many games which, other than Sims, so you get to like nitpick like what people look like customize your own like people, you know, and like characters in house. It's like, it's a life sim.
It's like the life simulator, so I feel like there's no, they're definitely used to, like when it first came out, there was definitely like some competition with it. But the sim, it just like did really well with it in like the first couple of games, so it kind of has the life sim genre like under its wing. EA kind of has that now. I think that's about it for to this episode of a Gamecast. So I think we've talked about everything we need to. So thank you for having me. Welcome. Thank you for being on the show. So if you guys are excited for the next episode, make sure to like and subscribe so we can, you know, get updates for this podcast. So thank you for tuning in to the podcast. Bye guys.